Game It or Hate It, this is the Res Edition here for PlayStation 2. Kind of a hidden treasure given by Japanese Sega. Definitely flew under the radar, but it grew a lot of attention through cult attention and acclaim itself. Geoff, what are your expectations going into this?
No seizures.
Okay, well that's one thing to look forward to. I'm hoping we can accomplish that.
I'm actually looking forward to a seizure.
Now, I think everyone else here, Tony and Rob, who are both with us, has either heard or played this game. Am I correct in assuming that? Fellas?
Yeah, I've played through a good portion of it.
I have as well.
Well, we're gonna break Jeff's cherry here then, and that's gonna be fantastic.
And it's important to note that this game kind of predates all the music genre games that came out. That's been the rage over the past 5 years or so. This is kind of the first forte into it.
It essentially created the synthesis of genre, as it were, while it's also piggybacking on a basic space shooter.
Okay, okay. I am blind. This is Geoff. I'm Maverick. I am blind here, and I don't know what's going on.
You don't really move your character that much.
No, the character does everything for you. You're pretty much just...
So this is an on-rail shooter, what you're telling me then?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
it is, and what you shoot kind of affects the... Well, it directly affects the music of the game.
Okay.
Just look at the visuals itself. This game is not just merely about killing enemies. It's about just absorbing the environment around you and the music that you create.
They also tried to create a sort of rumble pack device that you would just kind of... well, we have contemporary PS3 controllers, so you get the rumble feature there, but there was actually just like a little pack that you would lie on your lap, and fun fact, there was a bit of controversy about that being used as a masturbatory aid.
Just look at the colors and the lighting effects. It's just like, you're in this such arbitrary
What's going
world.
on right now? What just
Well,
happened?
you're in like a visual representation of a computer mainframe, if memory serves. Like the
Yes,
story
you are.
revolves around destroying some sort of corruption in the system.
Yeah, I'm getting the concept. It just like feels funky.
Well,
It'll be helpful with multi-hit
the essence of
enemies
this
and
game is
stuff.
funk.
Yeah, dude, this is sweet.
I really enjoy that, like, as the level goes on, the song starts picking up, and you can see it in the environment, too. Look at the ground, how the waves are getting higher and higher. It's correlating to the sound. It's awesome.
And with the player as well, right?
Exactly. Imagine this going on right now. When you run Norton, this is what's happening.
I wish. It's kind of like a reboot thing.
Yeah.
It actually would make sense.
Thank you,
for
Rob.
us.
Yes.
Call me Enzo, motherfucker.
I love reboot. Yeah.
Okay, I'll call you 10-year-old Enzo.
Yeah, I'd be hexadecimal. Just
I was always...
It.
You would be hexadecimal.
Hater.
Crazy. Hater gonna hate. So, I mean, doesn't this just eerily remind you of the computer and Matrix? And you're talking about reboot, and I mean, it just brings back all that kind of feeling.
I love how the planes invert themselves. Like you're on
graphics.
a journey. Like it has a really
Yeah, it's almost like a descent.
Straight drop
Yeah, it's
on
like a descent.
skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish this game was in 3D. This would be insane.
Now this
3D.
feels like end of Star Fox 64.
Oh, totally.
right
That's
there,
exactly. This is
that
the feel I
little
have. Only it just doesn't feel.
This is probably what it
just
looks
great.
like without having all the texturing over it.
Basically.
Yeah.
The greatest enemy of all, giant ball.
It's a disco ball.
The great
player.
thing about this, though, is that this game is graphics are solid, but you know what? They're low enough so that the game plays fast.
Well, it's simplistic enough because, I mean, it's just point and shoot, pretty much. And at the same
It's
time,
all
it's
wire
more so...
frames, too.
Yeah, it's more focused on the music, if anything, I mean...
But
Your progression is based on how good the music is going to be.
Although they are minimalistic, they know how to make everything stand out and look awesome.
Look at these
the
colors
same
right
time.
now. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
like
me?
they perfectly blend the colors so well.
I don't know what I'm locking onto, but I'm just going to hope for the best.
You're locking on to some jams, sir.
There you go.
You know, in terms of the song aspect, I totally think that is a sort of falsity. This is
If you
not
play
a
it-
song maker.
If you
sorry.
play it,
We're playing a song to it.
If you play it the right way, you can
Well, it's
make
not like
fun stuff.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah, so
No.
basically Jeff was saying that you're doing it wrong.
Yeah,
Basically.
exactly. You stink.
I probably do.
As you just...
As you take a level down,
But I'm listening to you, Chucks.
I would have loved to have been in the boardroom where they pitched this game.
Yeah.
Like, how do you present it?
The financial risk that you're taking to make a game like this is huge.
Or is it?
Yep.
I'm getting the hang of it now. I'm just not listening to you guys.
That's fine.
That's
We're
part-
not
that
talking
is-
to you anyway.
You're not supposed to be listening. You're supposed to be playing.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I get the hang of it. Just kind of circling the screen and just picking up what you can.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to get that circle down right. You know what I mean? Like on top of shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of drag, once you...
Yeah, it's not as fast as like the touches. I wish I could move this thing faster. Maybe not though.
at the same mention, you are working that stick like a wonder there, Joe.
Like a $1 whoron dollar.
Whipping it around.
Hey, so why do we gotta keep getting gay? Right?
That
Why
actually
don't
seems
you-
to be a pretty good
Ratchet and
tactic
Clank,
right
that
now.
made
It's
sense.
just
Okay.
I'm hunting out.
I'll make that a point, everyone. Is that was completely your
you might
mind
wanna
going
get
that.
the level.
Okay.
He's
You
using
don't
the
have to keep
analog
repeating
stick.
it.
Okay, I'm just complimenting the man's stick movement. Okay.
He likes the magic stick I got.
I just
Heard that before.
All right, viewers. Geoff has given up the sticks and gone to Eric. A little more experience with the game, so we're about to hear a little better soundtrack.
All right. The way I play it. Like get that drum beat going.
And this is the type of game that you can master and then like make awesome sounding tracks. Just because you know where the enemies are, you know the timing of releasing and stuff. Do you want to release it at 3 shots? Do you want to release it at 6 shots? Like what?
Yeah, that's another thing I
what
was
goes
gonna say.
with your beat that you're trying to make right now? That's where the whole mastering comes in.
I'm
I would
just
definitely
gonna
agree with
level
you
up
on
here,
that.
and then I'll pass the controller.
I definitely agree with you there. I started realizing those numbers like when you're on the
Yeah,
X thing.
it's not. You don't release it on one shot every time.
Yeah.
You do it at 2, do it at 6, do it at 4, do it at 5. Like it doesn't really matter. It all depends on what the beat you're going for. That's where the actual gameplay comes in. But like up until that point, to me, this is just like a music sim. Like you're trying to like make a song.
See, now it's a real song. This is actually cool.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When you get to the boss, it's exactly what the kind of mission is supposed to be. when you
Okay,
get to
see,
that
this is a
boss.
little more pleasing to me than what I was doing earlier. 'Cause before that's like a player piano, you can play a minor. You know, you press like the little button and it does little beats like this.
It's kind of like going through a traditional electronica song where you just keep adding a layer,
Building, yeah.
and then eventually at the end of the level you get the full song going.
There's something like that web just comes out of nowhere.
So
it
cool.
is.
What
I
if
wonder-
this was 3D?
I
That's
wonder
what
if
I was
that's
saying.
the same every time.
Yeah, if that was just like popping out at you, those like.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
That might be banned. That might be cause for getting it banned.
That actually, that's why they do have that seizure warning on this game, because that would freak you out.
Yeah, dude. I'm about to have a seizure right now. I can feel it coming.
Really?
Put the wall
Feel
in
a
my
siege
mouth.
coming on.
Put
All
a
of a
wall in
sudden-
my mouth.
All of a sudden, Porygon comes out of nowhere.
Oh my god, he could! Well, there should
He'll
be.
just like pop out of the screen.
Team Rocket right behind it.
Like when you shoot him out of the
Coming! Come back, Chase!
Oh, just the tip.
Why does it always be gay, Eric? Why does it always just be gay?
It was the tip of the web.
Dude, every time, man.
I'm pointing out just the literal sense of things, guys.
I was just like, what's up? What's up?
Analyzation.
I only got 40%. I feel good with that. Not really. Not really at all. We're gonna go into the verdicts now. We'll start with Rob.
Alright, well, this is a game that I really enjoyed playing on a friend's Dreamcast a few years ago in college, and I'd gotten up to about Area 3, and it's just fun as hell to, like, see how you can mix the different beats. Like, there's usually a consistent song throughout the game, but you put on those nice little touches, and it's just a really fun space shooter and out-of-this-world graphics. Definitely would recommend being on drugs, though. I would give it a game it for sure, even if you're sober, but probably not for more than a half hour at a time.
Well said. Cool.
Maybe
All right.
Jeff?
All right. I will have to definitely give it a hate it. Unlike Rob, who played it in the past, anyone who's played it in the past, you said you played it on your friend's Dreamcast. That was a many year ago. That would be an awesome experience to play
2
this
years.
game. Okay, well, the idea of the Dreamcast.
Continue.
Hey, I'm Geoff, and I really thought this game was. I'm gonna give this game a hate it rating because I just didn't fall in love with it at first. The graphics are sweet. I'm in love with those. This is a game that I like to play a couple times and be done with it. This is not something I would pay $40, $50 for at the store as a new game. Although albeit cool, it is not a game for me.
This game actually, again, it was recommended to me by a friend
Oh, sure.
out of equal like of game interest and music interest as well. And my only exposure to it was from YouTube videos and from articles that were written by cult fans. Upon doing a lot of hunting and finally actually buying the game, putting it in, I actually only found myself playing it for about an hour before I actually kind of wanted to move on to something else, because more or less it is more of the same. It's just kind of very repetitive. I did enjoy the music. I enjoyed the music a lot, so much more where I actually researched the artists and downloaded some albums further into it. But other than that, I found it to be frustrating further on the levels. There's not a lot of parts of the game that actually would make me coming back to it. I own it simply for the fact because it's a rare game. I bought it probably because I was high at the time. It's a good one-time thing, but ultimately I would say hate it just because there's nothing that's actually keeping me from coming home and putting it in my PlayStation ASAP and playing it.
I'm going to say game it based solely on the fact that I think this is a milestone in gaming. This is something that is unique, completely different, completely off the track of anything else that's come out before it. It is completely original, and it is something that needs to be noticed. This is a game that you will never see anything quite like it ever again, unless it's...
Not true, though.
No. Unless it is a clear tribute to this game.
What
This
about
is-
Lumines? What about those other DS games that have like music and tied to
It's-
the puzzle games?
It is
It's
a
very
clear,
similar.
It is a clear tribute to this game because this came out in 2001. All those games came out 2005 or later. This game is all about being its own entity. There'll never be anything like this again, and it's something that needs to be appreciated. I'm not saying go out, spend $90 on this game because I don't think it's really worth that much. I think it is worth seeking out to play in an isolated situation and being like, I appreciate this game for what it is.
I think if there's one thing that would make me change mine from a hated to a game, it would be the price. Price is pretty big because you want to get your value out of the dollar.
Yep.
You can see on the box right here, I bought it used, $30 at a GameStop. Is this game worth $30 in my opinion? No, it is not. If it was something on the Xbox Arcade, if it was for PlayStation, and if it was under $10,
Rent for $5.
10, maybe 15. That's kind of
There you
pushing
go.
it. But
I
I
mean,
would say it's right in that
I
$10
would pay
range.
that
I would
amount.
say if
for-
it was $10, I'm saying in my opinion, if it was $10 or under, I would say yes, go ahead and buy it. It's worth it. It's nice to actually show off. It's nice to show off to other people.
In a market that's saturated with sequels lately, I mean, an interesting new IP is something that you should really hold on to. And at this point in gaming, this is exactly what it was. There's no Res 2. I mean, how many Assassin's Creed games are there out there right now? How many Ratchet and Clank games are there out there? There's so many sequels going on. I value somebody taking a chance and making something completely original. And that's why it should be played. Game it.